Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Now, today we're reading for November 28th, 29th, and 30th, and then December 1st. So that is Monday through Thursday. Now, because it's during the week, I use my two Radley Valentine decks. I use my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then I will pull one from my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Now, I also use my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. And I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this is just the introduction, and this will be tagged on all of the readings. If you want to bypass, if this is the first time and you're like, well, where's the reading? Go down into the description. You'll see for Crosswatchers with a timestamp. Click on that, and it should jump you right where your readings are. Now, because this is the introduction, I am going to use my Rider-Waite traditional tarot, and I am going to pull one from my Osha Zen tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master, but remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I call myself an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and Source, and let whatever the message is come through. Now, the one thing I do like to talk about, what's going on in the planets. And, you know, the weekend, the planets were still very intense, but they weren't doing a whole lot, okay? But they're very intense in that moment of not doing a whole lot. But what we have on the 29th and the 30th, we have Mercury, which is 19 degrees in Sagittarius, and on the 30th, we have Venus, 19 degrees of Sagittarius. Both of these, now this is the fire energy. Mercury is our communications. It's our hearing news type of energy. Venus is our relationship. Both of these are opposing to Mars, which is retrograde, 19 degrees again in Gemini. So remember, you know, fire and air becomes very combustible. It just, you know, when you add air to fire, fire to air, it just grows and grows and grows. These are opposing, so there could be some interesting issues with our communications, in our news, also with our relationships. Now, on the 30th also, Mercury again in Sagittarius, well, that will be sextiling to Saturn, which is 19 degrees in Aquarius. So we've got that 19 energy there. So, you know, numbers are very important, so kind of think about that. But Saturn is Saturn in Aquarius has always been about illusion versus reality. So but these two are really kind of buddying up with each other. So they're kind of, that Sagittarius energy, Mercury in Sagittarius, is kind of giving a little bit of oomph to that Saturn. And we also have on the 30th Mars, again retrograde, 19 degrees. So this 19 is the big frame, is the big message here too. That is trining with Saturn. And again, this gives it a little bit more of a push. This is like, Mars in Gemini being kind of that cheerleader for Saturn in Aquarius. So that's an interesting energy. Mars, of course, is, the god of war, the planet of war. Gemini, very, air energy. Aquarius, very air energy. Saturn. Well, Saturn's been making a mess of a lot of things for us. So, it's really making us delve into those hidden things that we would have liked to have kept secret. So, let's see. So, I kind of think that the 29th and 30th and maybe the 1st, that there could be a lot of stress put on relationships and a lot of stress be put on what we're hearing. So, it could be a lot of stress during this week. More around that 30th time, more around, the 29th through the 1st even. Okay, let's see what higher power, what do you want to say? And we're going to be using our Waite Rider cards. What would you like to say to people out there? What do they need to know? What do we need to know? What do I need to know? What are we going to do? What's going to happen this weekend? Where are we at? Or this week, I should say. This week. What are we going to do? Let's see what we've got here. I feel like we just need to keep shuffling for a little bit longer. Here we go. I know, it's always waiting. But remember, preparation is what, the definitional block is preparation to meet opportunity. So sometimes it just feels like we're waiting. We still need to live our lives. We still need to get up in the morning and, just raise our vibrations, connect with higher power, and do whatever it is that we're being inspired to do, keeping it for the good. Here we go. Let's see what we have. So anything that's reversed is a little stronger. Let's see. Remember, court cards have dual energies, and we'll talk about them if we have a court card. First card is, well, here we go. The Knight of Cups. It is reversed, so it's a little stronger energy. So when we talk about the court cards having dual energies, well, the Page, which is before the Knight, has the Earth energy, the Pentacle energy, the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, money, job energy. And you know that Capricorn and Taurus, Capricorn has Pluto in it, and Taurus has Uranus going retro. It will be going direct, I think. Is it a month or 2 months? So it is starting to slow down a little bit. Anyway, this is the Knight of Cups. So Knight energy, underlying energy is fire. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, passionate, burning, determined energy. Cup energy is our water energy. That is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. Pisces is the one that has Neptune in retro, though it is slowing down. It is getting stationary. It's becoming stationary because it's about to go direct. So that has, so we have Neptune, and then we also have Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is about to move, not quite yet, and it's not changing direction, so it's going with the same speed it always has into Aries, but that I think is more in December. So we have the water energy. Now the water energy is the underlying energy for the Queen. Okay, so we have this fire energy underlying, really passionate energy, wanting to get things done, but then we have this spiritual energy, this water energy. And fire and water, water can contain fire, fire can contain water. Sometimes you can throw water on fire and you get steam and smoke. Sometimes, water itself, sometimes they mix, sometimes they don't mix well either. Sometimes they can be very, very useful energy. Now, the Knight of Cups, and this might have something to do with our Venus being in Sagittarius. It could have it might have something to do with that Mercury too, but, that Sagittarius energy, Venus is very, emotional, a very relationship type of energy. So Knights are directional. So this is something that really, you've got the passion of that fire, but you also have that emotional energy, that wanting energy. A lot of times the Knight of Cups has a romantic energy, a dreamy energy, and that's where that Pisces might be coming in. But, you kind of look at the cup, you look at this, he's holding his cup, he's holding his horse. His horse is just kind of like looking down, prancing a little bit. I don't really know if he is moving forward or if he's prancing in place. He's holding his cup, and he's really being very careful with his next steps. He's being very careful with where he's going. So he's not necessarily rushing into anything. He's very, he's just very watchful. I'm getting a very watchful energy with the Knight of Cups. I'm getting a very careful energy, kind of holding that fire energy back, kind of doing that, kind of putting the, the hose to the fire in many, many ways too. Watching, waiting. Ready, the prancing is, the horse wants to get going, but he's not letting the horse go forward just yet. But traditionally, the Knight of Cups is about new romances, new emotional situations also. Our next card is, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now this has popped up a couple of times before, Pentacles, again, is our earth energy. 6 is the number of man. It's the money. It's the energy that we put into something to make it happen. The 6 of Pentacles is money coming from unexpected sources. It's money coming like we're not really, wow, that money that checks in the mail and then the mail actually comes. Or you might find that something, somebody came in and paid off a bill. There's a lot of people that do the pay it forward, where you go in and, you're at a restaurant and you find out somebody paid your bill. So this is money. This is unexpected money. This is largesse. And we do have that wonderful Jupiter. It is still in a slow-mo type of motion right now. In Pisces, it's going to get a little bit, it's going to get its direction moving a little bit more so, but it is still kind of in that slow-mo. So this is unexpected money. Again, I get this very much, this waiting, unexpected money, but waiting, keep waiting for the unexpected money. I'm not sure. The one thing I did not talk about is that, I talked about the page, the knight, and the queen. I did not talk about the king. The king's underlying energy is air, swords, and that is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra. And we know Aquarius has Saturn in it, and Gemini has Mars in it right now. So here we go. Last card is now, again reversed, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, I told you I had the waiting. Well, the Knight of Pentacles really is the waiter, is waiting also. So we have the underlying of the fire, Pentacle energy, that money energy, that earth energy. The Knight of Pentacles, what he likes to do is he likes to survey his options. He likes to survey his choices. He wants to make sure that what he's doing has a reasonable success rate. Okay? But once he's assured himself, once he's got his plan in action or in paper, and once he knows that there's a good, like a 95% chance that this of success, he gets started. He looks like he's stationary right now. Remember, this one, the emotional part wants to prance, wants to move, but again, ever since I get this waiting, unexpected money coming, unexpected money for the universe. This one is, okay, we're waiting a little bit more, but once it gets going, there's nothing that can stop the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Okay, so something, we're waiting, emotional energy, fire energy for both of these, money coming in, waiting, and once the Knight of Pentacles gets the go, nothing can stop it. Okay, let's see what we have here with the Osha Zen Tarot, and let's see what this is all about here. Oh, while I'm shuffling, please remember to go down there, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell. I have many people saying, I can't find your videos, and I'm not sure why they get hidden. I put them all in a playlist, but they do. I mean, people will be on one side and say, I can't find the other, and they should all be together. So the liking, sharing, and the subscribing does help, so thank you. Okay, let's see. Osha Zen Tarot. Higher power. Anything else to add? We're waiting. We've got a lot of emotion here, a lot of wanting this new experience. We got, we're here, we're waiting, something to do with money, job, career here. Unexpected money coming in. Once that one page, once that knight gets the go-ahead, when all the plan, it's a blank slate. It's a blank slate. So here we have, this is a 5. 5 is about change, positive, negative. This is one of these cards that's very unique to Osha Zen Tarot. It is nothingness, no-thingness. It's a blank slate. Nobody really knows. Or it's not, I shouldn't say nobody knows. I know that God's source knows, but it's not being revealed just yet. That one's a little frustrating, but that gives still a lot of opportunities. So waiting, money coming in, waiting for the get-go. We're just not being told. We're just not being told. So what does it all mean? You tell me. It's always interesting, but Again, do the like, share, subscribe, and clicking on the bell for notifications. And why don't we get started with our readings now? And hello to my Aries, and how are you doing? Yeah, that 29th through the 1st, let's have a little bit of a oomph to it. Use it. Use it for your own benefit. Use it for your own benefit. Be bold. Be bold. Put out your questions. Tell whoever, whatever, what it is that you want. You know, tell source, this is what I want in life. Now, granted, we are in a waxing moon, so it is a good time to request. And just kind of like start being bold. You are bolder, but be a little bolder, okay? Be a little more, let your Aries come out a little bit more, okay? Okay, let's see what we've got going on. Higher power, what do we have for our Aries? What can be helpful to them? Oh my goodness, it is a time to be bold. It is a time, and again, I'm not telling you to gamble, but it is a time to really look and see about calculated risks. And I kind of get just weighing your decisions and then just kind of saying, this one seems the one that's going to get me what I want. Yeah, I do feel kind of that way about it, but be calculated. Calculated risks are not, it's not a gamble. It's more, this has a good outcome, or this one has the chance of the best outcome. Okay, this one's reversed. Let's see what we've got for our Aries. First card is the Page of Raphael. So this is the underlying energy is earth energy. The overlying energy is water energy. So there is, pages are enthusiastic. Pages jump into things very quickly. So you've got that earth, tangible, job, work, career, home energy. You've got that romantic, spiritual, emotional energy. This is possibly a new emotional situation, a new emotional relationship. This is taking a relationship to maybe another step, bringing it into more of a permanency. The page is also a messenger. So you could be hearing news about another step, something that you feel very deeply about, something that you've been wanting very much so. Maybe you've been, like I said, maybe you've been putting it out to source, maybe you've been praying on it, maybe you've been meditating, and it seems within grasp. It seems closer than ever before. Anyway, the page is gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insight. So trust your gut. Remember, intuitive insight is not the same as wishful thinking. So trust your gut though, because whatever this is, that whatever you've been waiting, it's like within reach right now. It's so close. It's so much closer. Next card, the Four of Raphael. So the four has that stability. Think of the four legs on the table. Leadership. It also has organization energy. Raphael is water. So this is kind of an emotional week for you. This is one that you're feeling very deeply about. This is one that you are kind of stressing about. But at the same time, the Four of Raphael puts you kind of in that waiting mode. Again, kind of like the introduction with those knights. It's like this waiting mode. Waiting, waiting, waiting. What are you waiting for? There are opportunities. Things are happening around you. Again, I did say in the beginning, there's kind of like, think about where you want to go with things. Think about what it is you've been wanting. And it might be that you can't act on it physically, but you can really, I have seen prayers. I have seen, just requests come back with some very, very big returns. Anyway, the Four of Cups, the Four of Raphael is waiting. It's in an in-between stage. It's kind of like, I can't keep in the place where I'm at now. Something has to change. At the same time, you're waiting, and you're not necessarily making some of the changes yourself. You're just waiting and just kind of like, like the old joke, I'd like to win God, I'd like to win the lottery. And then after many, many years of praying, he hears a voice. Can you do me a favor and buy a ticket? You have to do a piece of that. You have to put in some effort yourself, okay? So seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions, okay? Waiting, 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 waiting. Your last card reversed. Well, whatever happens, happens fast. And are you ready for it? Are you ready for this change? Because whatever is happening is a fast energy. So this is Major Arcana. This is Archangel Metatron, believed to have been Enoch before the flood. Interesting, let you read that story on your own. The Chariot is giving up control. The Chariot is really kind of saying, your will be done. I can't handle this. I'm not in control of any of this. But at the same time, there is, like I said, there is some movement. You have to have some action in this. You have to have some play in the game. But at the same time, you have to come to a realization, I'm doing my part. I expect higher power to do her part too. So we have the 7. So we have a 4, 7, 7, 4. We have a 7, divine umbrella, divine guidance, divine interference. We have the Chariot, very fast. The Chariot, when this comes up, it's like I said, you've been waiting, boom, it's done. And you're like, wow, I wasn't even, so in some ways, the Chariot comes and tells you, again, you're waiting, always be prepared. And that's stressful. It is stressful to always be prepared. It's kind of like, you're expecting visitors. You don't know if it's going to be today, tomorrow, so you have to keep your house clean. And then the one day that you don't keep your house clean, that's when they come. So it's always be prepared, waiting, waiting, waiting. Things are happening more so than you even know. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Anyway, determination and self-control, career advancement. So there could be even a promotion in your work. Acknowledgement of success by others. So people will actually come to you and say, wow, you will have some acknowledgement. People will see you a little bit more than they have before. But remember, we have these horses with unicorns, unicorn horses. We have the angel. We have the we have the Chariot here. Does not have any reins. There is no way to control the situation. Only higher power can do that. Okay, so waiting. Things are happening, though. Things are happening. And I hate, it's kind of like, we've all been feeling things are happening, and again, we wait. Okay, so let's see. But when it comes, it's very fast. Okay, and so it looks like it's coming. You're going to hear something more so this week. Probably towards that, that 30th. Anyway, or maybe the December 1st. Anyway, let's see. Guardian angels, what would you like to tell our Aries? What would you tell our Aries? Here we go. Okay. Creativity and abundance. So we have a 4-7-3, a 3-7-4. 3 is creativity. It is celebration. It is also the power of 3. This is the Empress energy. This is to me, it's the feminine divine energy. The Empress, again, she's always waiting. She's waiting because the Empress is always in a perpetual state of pregnancy, in a perpetual state of creation. Okay? So creativity and abundance. Dear one, you're being called to action. You're ready to accomplish great things, and you truly come into the fullness of who you are. It's a time for great creativity, giving birth to beloved projects, or becoming a parent. Follow your passion so that abundance and prosperity manifest for you. So again, remember, it is a time. You do have to do some of the work, even though you feel like you're waiting. You can't be stagnant. And then things happen. Things happen. Okay, let's see. Inspirational words, angels and fairies. How about this? Can you wrap things up? Can you give our Aries something to hold on to, or what do they need? What do we have? What do you have for our Aries here? Here we go. And joyful sunrise. The sun comes up. I love that. Find time to help yourself or you will find you are alone when those you've helped have moved along. Interesting. So concentrate a little bit more on you. Kind of reminds me of that, this thing where the airline flight attendants tell you that in case of an emergency, and we have a sudden drop in pressure, the oxygen mask will come down. Please put yours on first before helping anyone else. You do need to concentrate a little bit more on you, my Aries, so you can help others. Okay? Okay. You've got some interesting stuff here. What do we have? Tell me what this means. I mean, it's kind of all over, but yet there is a pattern to it, so you let me know. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy would be good also for my Aries. And this is reversed. Azurite. Divine guidance, stillness, new connections, astral travel. Astral travel is very interesting. I've done it a couple of times in my life, not under my own control, but it was always very interesting. Actually now, so remember, my Aries, while you wait, you still have to move forward. You still have to do things. You still have to create. But when things start to change, it changes like that at the snap of the fingers. Okay, my Aries, take that moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. You help my channel and you keep me on air, so thank you. As always, though, my Aries, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.